I was something. I was in Babe's stream a few days ago, and he was talking about making friends with people via the internet. And I guess he was talking about, since, well, for me it would be since pandemic time, because you're indoors, and the friends that you have become like sort of remote friends, let's say, because you only communicate with them like on the phone or so remote, in various remote ways, either by text or video call or audio. And even though you've met them like face to face and in real life and built up a friendship that way, because you can't spend time with them going out for coffee or going for a walk because of all the social distancing, but you still want to keep in touch with them, you do it in that way. And what he was talking about was, well, what if you started a friendship that way? Would you still call that a friendship? That was an interesting thing to think about, because, some of my friends where I did spend time with them, like in actual physical proximity, and got to build the friendship in that way, like going for a walk, going for a coffee. They come to my house, I go to their house, we might do something together, and then we don't. We're just talking on the phone or texting, and it's like, what if you start like that? And he was saying he was counting it as a friendship. Oh my god, Lark! What are you doing? Gosh. I don't know what to say. Thank you. You really don't need to give me any money, but I appreciate the sentiment. And wow. Funding the coffee times. So yeah, it's like, because the physical proximity and trust, the way that friendship works, you build up trust and you build up mutual things in common, and you're constantly, like, each time you meet up, you're just, it's like emotional pennies in the bank, as it were, and you're gradually building up this fund of trust. Let's just call it trust, where you kind of rely on each other, or depend on each other in different ways. But could you build that without the actual physical proximity? And that's kind of what he was getting at, and he was saying yes, he can, and he has. And I began to think about, after watching his stream and him mentioning that, I kind of thought, if my current friendships have become like that because of social distancing, could it start like that? Could me and someone else become friends purely through like a remote medium, whatever that may be, the phone, the internet, Discord, and you continue to stay in touch and build trust and whatever? A bit like, if you go years back, like actual writing letters, what were they called? Pen friends. And it was much, much slower then, because you're waiting for the letter to arrive, then you write your letter back. And I think, I don't know if that still exists, but it would be a similar kind of thing nowadays, but much, much more immediate. And it just got me wondering, like, oh, is that possible? Would I call it a friendship? Because if I don't meet someone physically, like in the same room, face to face, I kind of, I don't know if I'd call them a friend. I'd call them a contact, or I'd call them a something. And more than an acquaintance, but problem these days is after school it's very hard to have that bond. Yeah, at school you're going through that kind of puberty, and you're very, very super sensitive. So if you click with someone, then yeah, and you settle down, move away. Yeah, without like I was saying, putting pennies in the pennies in the bank are the meeting up, and if you don't do that, then but I don't know, if you've got the foundation. Like, I've got a friend who's moved away like about 10 years ago, and lives in a different country now, and you know, we'll be talking on WhatsApp and things. It's not like super frequent. I was going to say regular. It is regular, but it's not as frequent as either of us would like. Maybe it's like once a month we'll have a long, like 2-hour chat. But it's got that long foundation. Like, we've known each other maybe 96, I think. So quite a long, you know, going on for 30 years-ish. And chemical substance, oh my god, coming in with the sub. Thank you. Wow. It always kind of takes me aback. It just appear and then just give me a sub. Wow. The issue is with online, you can never know if they're telling the truth. Yeah. But you know, you build little by little. So if, I don't know, if someone, I suppose if you've been betrayed in the past by a friendship that you've taken time to build up, and you've put that emotional investment into, and then you've got betrayed, then you're a lot more wary about trusting someone. But I don't know, otherwise, whether it's physical, it's a bit easier to judge someone based on their expressions. There is a difference between a camera image and just looking at someone, no matter how good the resolution, like seeing them in the room next to you, whether it's in your house or whether it's in a coffee shop or restaurant or going for a walk. There's a sense of them that you get when you're physically close to them. I don't know if that makes sense. Shaku, hello. I've watched too much Catfish to know how fake. Right. Oh god, yes, that is a thing, isn't it? So someone gets to befriend you, figures out that you've got X amount of money stashed away, and then comes out, you know, once you've built up the trust, they've got this sob story, and then you lend them the money and you never see it, never get it back again. Oh, thanks again, Chemical. Wow. And I missed some follows as well. Fran, hello to you. And True Lonely, hello to you. And Peeling Fins, hello. Kindred, hello. Bless my RNG. Wasn't expecting the music to change suddenly like that. But yeah, I mean, then you've got this. The term friend is kind of a bit like love or happiness. It's quite a big umbrella term that encompasses various different connections. So, like you can have friends on Facebook, which I don't know. It's like a different terminology for someone that you've known for X number of years and you really trust them and you trust them to look after your kids. That's a different kind of friendship. So it would be good if there was like different terminology for each of these levels of friendship. But yeah, but I'm still just pondering that idea that he came out with, that can you actually build a friendship where you've never met the person like physically, like you met them online, or like say here, like you get to know someone and you actually become friends to the point where you feel like, oh, I can actually call them a friend and they call me a friend. Yeah, and so far I'm just saying I don't know. I don't think I've made a friend like that online. All the kind of real friends I've made have been, I've met them in person. I've talked to them, clicked with them, gradually built over the years, through doing stuff together. Hope you get that Hellfire. How soon can you get the Hellfire? Is it just random, or do you need to be above a certain level? You're just listening to this as a sort of podcast. You're working on your website and just having this man in the background relaxing. Nice. Well, I'll be back into the game soon, but this is what usually happens on my stream. I play the game and then start coffee, and then conversations kick off, and then sometimes that's the rest of the stream, just me chatting. Well, not just me, I'm chatting to you. Well, I hope the website building is going well. It's something I used to do. I don't do anymore, but I used to do it for clients. Lark says, I think you can. You met someone 18 years ago online, gaming, and still talk to them. Nice, nice, nice. Oh. You can get it whenever in a chest. I mean, I've got one legendary so far, so we'll see. You can get them in vendors also. Oh no, you're making me want to farm vendors. Your best mates you used to go to school with, but wasn't friends with at the time. And when you started playing games with them on PS4 and spoke to them over the internet. And now your best mates? About 5 or 6 years. So it's the playing the games and I guess having the headset on and chatting while you're playing the game. So it's a kind of like going for a walk, really. So you've got an activity going on, and then while you're so you already had that connection with them, but then once you started to play games with them, then that connection went deeper, because like I was saying, there is a kind of, you need a certain kind of foundation. Like to start with, you need to sort of click with them, and then you sort of build on that. But it sounds like you had a little bit of that, and then once you started to play with them online, then because like going for a walk is less kind of, you know, face, because you're not face to face, you're sideways face, side to side. You've got this activity going on. It's kind of like driving as well, like having a conversation while you're driving. Because you've got this activity, there's something going on in the background, and it gives you a bit more space even though you're right next to each other. And it's the same as going for a walk, because you're physically moving and you've got the scenery. So if you have like in a coffee shop, if you're having a chat and then there's a long pause, it's like, oh, should I fill the pause? Should I just leave it as a silence? Whereas if you're in a car and just on a long car journey, that's all right, you're just driving. Or if you're on a walk, you're just taking in the scenery. So if there's a bit of a pause, that's fine. Whereas if you don't know each other and there's a long pause, it's like, oh, should I fill the pause or not? You know, or if you're, you know, having a meal. I guess having a meal, you're eating, so your mouth is full. But sometimes you might want to have a long pause and just chew over, mull over the, you know, the last thing that they said, and you just want to kind of, well, using more food metaphors, but digest it and then kind of say something, you know, not just react, but kind of, if they've said something that makes you want to kind of ponder a bit. So if you're going for a walk with a friend, if you pause like that, that's okay. Whereas if you're sitting in a coffee shop and you just stop and say, let me think for a while. Like, you have to actually say it. Like, let me think about that for a while before I respond. Whereas you can just do that quite naturally if you're on a walk or if you're in a car journey. Going well so far, no bugs. Finding bugs in software, it's like, yeah. The majority of times, it's a typo. You're kind of scanning your code and you think, oh, it's my algorithm. Oh, I shouldn't have used a ternary operator there. I should have used, you know, if then or whatever. And then you kind of like, you've gone off on some tangent and then you come back and it's like, it was a typo. I hope it's not too personal. Ask, what carries did you have? Careers. I've always done a Super Meth, thanks for the follow. I've always done like freelance jobs. So I made a promise to myself when I was a teenager that I would never do a 9-to-5 job. And I kind of tried to honor that as much as I could. It was like a promise I made to myself, you know, being a naive teenager, thinking that, oh, if I do that, I'm going to suffer. Because I saw like parents and friends of parents just like getting up, going to work, coming back, seeming as though they weren't really happy with what they were doing. So I just thought, right, whatever I do in life, I need to avoid that and figure out some other way to make money. I once met a friend online and we played for like a year. And then we decided, playing the game, right? And then decided to meet. Physical conversations, much more connected. We got on really well when we met. Now you have your driver's license, so I can't meet up more. And we just meet and talk about anything. Nice. Friendship can be more intimate and less judgmental online than in real life. I've certainly found, Yes, I think I tend to agree with that. Not like in all cases, but certainly doing this. Like, it's been almost 2 years that I've done streaming, and the amount of judgment has been very, very minimal, I have to say. So peeling fins, I tend to agree with you there. That yeah, like, you know, I never change my clothes, like hardly ever. No one, like, if a friend of mine is like, "God, are you still wearing that?" You know, it might be like a friendly jest, but it's still a little bit of a judgment call there. Like, I should change my clothes, or oh, that doesn't go with that, or like, no one says that. It's like they see me wearing the same thing, or I don't know, some other thing that physically, like, oh, it's cold, aren't you gonna wear such a thing? Like, something that isn't like a put down, but it's still like oh, but you're doing that, or you eating that, or you getting up now. It's like a tiny judgment, friendly judgment, but it's there, whereas here it doesn't happen. Like, no one says anything. It's just kind of, it's okay to do your life the way you want to do it, and I found that really refreshing. Vilvino's saying you've worked completely remotely for a year and a half on the other side of the country, so I've not physically met the majority of the people. Ah, wow. And some of them swear we met, even though we... Ah, so that sounds like you're getting on quite well then. And there are a couple you consider friends even though we've not met. Interesting. So it's like taking the word friendship and, I guess, expanding the meaning, or stretching the umbrella even more and saying, all right, well, let's include this then. This is also friendship. Yeah, because if they're on the other side of the country, then I guess you're never going to go there, are you? That's really great, though. 9 times out of 10, the infamous semicolon. Yep. But I know the number of times I've kind of gone down some rabbit hole thinking, oh yeah, but my init function, I didn't call it there. I should have called it up there, or I don't know. Oh, I shouldn't have tried that weird algorithm, or should I have gone, should I have not tried to make this functional? You're reading about some different programming style and you think, oh, I want to try it in this one. Let's see. Or, oh, no, I need to refactor that. There's nothing. It's just a typo. And you're like just gone off on some tangent. I've done it so many times. And it's like, oh no, the database is not connecting. Same. Never wanted to work 9 to 5, so now instead I work 6:30 to 9. But only 3 days a week. Nice. And it's got to be something you like doing, because that's the thing you spend most of your time doing. So yeah, I studied chemistry, never did anything with it. I wanted to just study genetics, and then once I got to university, I got more into the social side of things, and then never got... I think I could have changed from chemistry to biochemistry and then got more into genetic engineering, but kind of gave up on the sort of course side of things. I mean, I carried on with it, but I was so focused on the social side that I was more into making friends and going out, going clubbing, going to parties, than doing doing the coursework. I just did the minimum to get through, basically. But it was nice to like get away from home. And then once I finished uni, I was just doing odd jobs, like, you know, temp jobs, just to pay off the debts and things. And then I became a yoga teacher. I was a yoga teacher for God knows, 28 years. Kongar! Oh, sorry, I missed your sub. Thank you so much. Wow. And then, the website building, I kind of taught myself and then did that freelance for a little while from 2008 till kind of last year, really. Kind of got a bit fed up with the clients because they're quite demanding. The friendship had come from shared experiences, even if those have been online. Yeah. So it kind of makes you wonder, well, what does the word actually mean? What does it mean to you? What does it mean to other people? And now that, especially after the pandemic and people working and connecting in that way, you know, because the technology was there, but we weren't using it to that extent. And certainly since I've started streaming, I've been, you know, meeting people like you guys online a lot more. Strangers that I've gradually got to know that aren't just lines of text on a screen. They are real people because I'm streaming now, but then I become the viewer and the watcher. So I'm on the other side as well. So I know that when I'm typing a message, I am a real person. I'm here. And so I see someone typing messages and I know they're a real person. And, some of you are streaming as well. So I've seen your face, so I've heard your voice. And, we're slowly getting to know each other, but yeah, do we get to that point where we become friends? I don't know. I'm still just holding it as an idea that I'm kind of turning over now. You know, since listening to Babe talking about it, it's kind of made me think and step back, like, so what is it then? No, in the same way that words kind of change meaning over the years, and new words come into the language. Well, here is a word, friendship. Right, this is what it used to mean. What does it mean now in 2022? You have to live to work, not work. Yes. Yeah. So you're living, not existing kind of thing. And it's a tricky balance because, this job for life business doesn't exist anymore. You got to kind of change who you are and match it with what you want to be, kind of thing. There isn't like, you're a wood carver or you're a blacksmith and that's it for the rest of your life. You went through that recently. You posted a picture the other day on Instagram from when you went to Denmark. You posted it months later because I guess at the time I was having that, oh, I don't look good. Ah, right, gotcha. But recently I looked at the picture and I said, nah, I look nice. That's great. And they are beautiful, and I had someone that you considered a really good friend make a comment on. And it wasn't something really nasty or anything, but it's pretty minor, but it's still... oh, that sucks. But I applaud the fact that you felt... Because these, other people, they come and go, but you were always stuck with yourself. Wherever you go, there's always you. So the fact that you looked at the picture and you thought, you know what, I look good. So take that as a win. I know it hurts that your friend kind of, you know, said something. Yeah, it's not really nasty, but it still hurt. You know, just chalk that up as experience, like, yeah, these things are going to happen. But I think the main takeaway is that you are still with you, and that if you can look at it and go, yeah, that's all right. Armando este banquito. Hello to you. People don't get that slowly tiny judgments actually touch. Yeah. And that's, I guess, what we were talking about, that if you build the friendship on, like here, like I was saying, like, it's quite rare that people come in the stream and will judge, like, because that was me judging me, saying like, oh, I haven't changed my clothes in a while. And I'm okay with that, but I kind of sometimes wonder whether, I don't know, someone else notices, but they don't actually say it, they're thinking it. I remember once, there was, like, the last place I lived, when a client would come to have their wheels made or repaired or whatever, and it was cold, so I'd be wearing my bathrobe to keep myself warm, and a friend of mine was visiting, or he was just hanging out, and then a client arrived, and then immediately after he was like, oh my god, you answered the door in your bathrobe. It's like, it seemed like a big deal to him. To me it was like, well, so what? It's not going to change anything in terms of the quality of the work I do. Clients seemed to be fine with it, I was fine with it, but my friend was a bit like taken aback, like, and yeah, I kind of thought about it for a moment. Thought, oh, well, maybe I should, I don't know, look the part, put on some kind of bike mechanic clothes, but then I just thought, no, I'm just being myself. This is how I am. This is how I'm going to be. And that was that. Because even with your closest friend in life, you won't share a lot of things that you would with an online friend. Oh, really? Huh. Interesting. Like, imagine telling your real life friend that you watch ASMR videos on Twitch because it helps you in some way, and there's no way to know beforehand. I gotcha. I suppose you could... Let's see. This is kind of more taking the word friendship and breaking it up, analysing it into certain categories. So, where did I get this from? This was from a talk where people tend to put all of their friendship needs into a partner, or like a marriage partner. So either a wife or partner, or so they're getting their sexual relationship, but they're getting their kind of companionship and confidant. All of those eggs go into the same basket, but I can't remember where I heard this talk, but the guy was saying that there were 6 different kind of categories, and if you went back maybe not long, maybe like 200 years, there were like split up. So that one person he was saying like that one person can't provide all those different categories of friendship need. So, you know, you'd have things like what are called horizontal friendships, where people are on the same level. You'd have things like vertical friendships, which are like teacher-pupil kind of relationships. You'd have peer friendships, and you'd share different aspects of yourself depending on the sort of category of person that you were with. And so you wouldn't put all of your so-called friendship eggs into that basket. That's a good topical, as it's Easter, metaphor. Yeah, there's tiny judgments. But then if you've got a friend who you can be open with, when another one has judged you, you can then talk about that judgment and how you feel about it with them. But that idea of being open and being completely like, you know, it's almost like throwing your guts up to someone. There aren't, I mean, through the whole of your life, you don't get many of those. If any. I know some people who don't have any friends where they can be completely transparent and just say, like, you know, I'm like this, and almost come out as yourself, if that makes sense. You know, you could come out as gay, or you can come out as a, I don't know, tree hugger, but basically it's like coming out as yourself. And to a person who is just completely supportive and willing for you just to be you. And as you kind of move through your life, it's quite rare that you'll find someone like that. And I found, because there are peer groups, it's the groups, the need of the group is higher than the need of the friends in between the group. So you might join that little group of friends through, I don't know, like say coffee, but then you're like, oh, but you like tea, right? So then you get that in-group, out-group kind of thing happening. But I think that, or that certainly the groups of people that I've experienced or been involved in where this kind of openness is encouraged, it has been particular to that group. So I don't know if I've been lucky or been stumbled upon that particular group, but so the groups I'm talking about was, number one, I was involved in a Buddhist group for a good 10 years or so, quite heavily involved, and there talking about your feelings, talking about what's going on inside was, you know, part of the practice. So you got quite used to just like opening up. So someone says, how are you? You know, that means spill your guts. And you just got used to that, and someone would be listening. And then, you know, I was a Samaritan volunteer for about 6 years, and same thing there. One person's listening, the other person's talking about quite difficult stuff that they wouldn't share with anyone else. But outside of that, or whether you're training to be a therapist or something, in everyday life, you don't come across people like that who are willing to sit and listen and be open and non-judgmental. And just accept you coming out as you. The worst part was that it was a character. Oh no, not even a physical one. Oh no. And that hurt more because your character is something that I've been working on. Yeah, well, sorry to hear that, Clara. But again, it's just to go back to the point you made earlier about you looking at the picture and saying, I think I look all right. So I'd say build on that relationship. You know, don't put the hurt aside. Let yourself feel the hurt because that's real. But at the same time, focus on the relationship that you have with yourself. Like you're saying here, like something that you've been working on for many years. It's like a long-term goal that you've consistently worked towards. You know, reflect that back to yourself and congratulate yourself that, hey, I've done something good. And alright, so this person is judging me for whatever, but it's just, you know, not working for them, or they think something different. You know, just put them aside. And irrespective of how close, you know, how supportive you think someone is, when you do something a bit different, what is it? It's like other people depend on you to stay the same because they want a certain level of stability. And if you change for the better, it kind of forces them, it makes them feel like they need to make a change as well, even though they, you know, haven't thought that through consciously. So if you make an improvement in how even a small way, it kind of challenges them, and without thinking they might kind of lash out, whether it's in a small way or a big way. And it's like they don't want you to get better because it makes them look at themselves and go, maybe I need to do something. And if you're aware of that, if you know that that's part of the process, you're still hurt by the fact they did something that was hurtful to you, but it's kind of easier to just move on from it. I think people judge too much. They do, and it's just like, if you don't stop and think how strongly it's going to affect someone, whether it's a tiny or big, you're still like making a value judgment like, nah, those trousers don't go with that top. You don't really have taste, do you? And especially as we rely on those kind of reviews of this or that, other people's opinions, it is just an opinion, that's all it is. And it's not an expert who's got years of experience saying, right, here's what I think, here's the research, here's the data to back it up. It's just someone saying something who is not qualified really, but you trust them, and so you kind of you take it on board. Are just insecure. Yeah, there's what was that word I was saying the other day? Schadenfreude. There is a certain delight you can have in putting other people down or seeing people suffer, even though we're trying to kind of elevate each other, we're trying to improve. There is this delight or joy, you know, you look out the window, someone slips on a banana peel or whatever, and you're like, stupid idiot. So it's kind of like that. And but yeah, like you're saying, those tiny little moments just build up and build up. But it's that relationship with yourself, because you're always with yourself, and someone says something to you and then you start repeating that in your mind, like, oh, you need a haircut. Like, look, I got long hair. So someone might say, oh, yeah, you don't look good with long hair, you should have short hair. Or someone who's known me for a long time, yeah, you look better with short hair, you should get it cut. And then you start repeating that to yourself. And you need to just stop it and go, what do I think? And so you trust yourself more than you trust them. That's the kind of thing that I think you need to build up. So that, okay, that's what they think. Well, they can think what they like. And I think that ability to do that comes from having a confidant or someone who judges you a lot less. And will just let you be you. Whether it, you know, you wear yellow trousers or I don't know. You would share the aspects based on the rapport level you have. And you're always kind of judging it, and you are changing, the other person is changing. And hello to you, sorry I missed your hello. Hates chewing noises. I hate chewing noises as well. And FQRW. Well, thanks for the follow. If you're real, there have been some bots, so I've been a bit slow to say hello to the new followers, because there have been a few bots and troll follows. So, other than judgments, I would say there would be topics you want to discuss and talk about with someone, but finding someone in your area that has the same interest. Yep. Yeah, like, none of my friends are into gaming. Like, no one I know kind of personally is into gaming to this sort of extent, where I can, talk about hours that I spend playing a game. They're just not going to get it. They might play Candy Crush on their phone, and that's it. When I used to do long distance cycling, I quite enjoyed the people that I met doing those rides, because I could talk about cycling with them, but we'd rarely talk about anything else. So I think it's good to split up, have like an array, a range of different friends, and not put the load on one friend to talk about everything. That, oh, if I can't talk about everything with them, then they're not a friend. It's like, oh right, that's my gaming friend, that's my cycling friend, that's my weight training friend, and that's alright. And that's kind of how it used to be. And yeah, to think about this idea of horizontal friendships and vertical friendships as well, like a parent-child relationship, that's a vertical relationship, or an employer-employee relationship. I mean, nowadays we try to think of people as equal, but I think the model is skewed. It's there's being fair and being egalitarian, but it's we're not equal. It's what do we call it? It's a pseudo-egalitarian model, and we're trying way too hard to try and sort of even everyone out. We're all the same, but we're not all the same. And if once you start to acknowledge that, you can see the sort of horizontality and the verticality, and that's okay. Raspberrian, hello. Bins, hello. I think we're too dependent on a judgment from someone. Ah, really? I suppose a judgment like, or let's say singing competition. You know, you got whatever that show. I can't remember the name of the show now, where you're doing your performance, and then the judges. This is more of an extreme example, but that's kind of what's going on in a smaller scale. So you've got the person doing their performance, which is you just being yourself, basically. You're not trying to sing a song or anything, but you're walking along, you're wearing clothes that you like, you listen to certain music, or reading a book, and then your friend is saying, God, isn't that a bit lowbrow? Why are you reading that? But they're not like, what's his name? Simon something? Simon Cowell, that's it. So it's not like your friend is Simon Cowell, kind of like, no. It's not. You're never gonna get anywhere in life. You just totally suck. You just haven't got what it takes. So yeah, there's something in it, and then there's also like, well, are they an expert? That's what you got to take into account. Like these guys, like Simon Cowell and whatnot, some of them are just celebrities, and some of them do actually have experience working in show business. So there is a certain level of expertise when they're judging and pondering and going, all right, does this person have what it takes or do they not? So you listen to that judgment based on the fact that they are an expert. So like, say someone brings me a bicycle wheel and says, what do you think? So I'm going to give my professional judgment, an appraisal, and say, nah, this has had it, I'll chuck this and get a new one. And they would value that judgment. But if someone has no experience at all, but you trust them, that's a different story. You look like you, and you like that look. Oh, well, thank you. Well, this is me now. Or the now as in, I don't know, the last 2 years since I've been streaming, I haven't changed how I look. But then you look at me through the different ages of my life. Beard, no beard, long hair, not long hair. Surf Monkey's here, hello! Moonshine! Hello! Morning's been good. Yeah. I didn't do any skipping today because my calves are still aching from yesterday. But I did go for a walk, and I managed to have my walk before the rain started. Sun's back out again now, but it's very nice. And then I started my stream early-ish, and I've been working my way through the Borderlands. And yeah, it's been good. Gosh, I'm missing all these follows. So, who was that? Lib? Hello? Labib. 2121. Having a rest day. Investigating how to do a nice CV. Oh. The voice. Ah, right. Yeah, that might be it. I mean, it's not something I watch these days, but... You as a streamer, though, You have to be careful about parasocial relationships with viewers. Oh. What's I don't know what a parasocial relationship is. What does that mean? Does that mean, like, as well as being a viewer, streamer, you're also building a friendship? Something like that? Interesting. I'm not really sure where that's going. An impact on mental health. No. Yeah, sorry, I can't really follow that one. I don't really know what a parasocial relationship is. Should I look it up? What is that? It refers to a kind of psychological relationship experienced by an audience in their mediated encounters with performers. Oh my god. God. Right. So, what is it? A parasocial relationship is a one-sided relationship that a media user engages in with a media persona. Okay. Media users can form parasocial relationships with celebrities, live-action fiction characters, social media influencers, animated characters, and other figures they encounter through media, including movies, TV shows, social media platforms such as Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, or Twitch. While the research on parasocial relationships typically focuses on friendship-like bonds between media user and a favor media persona, media users may also form negative parasocial relationships, and even romantic parasocial relationships with different media figures. Gosh. I see. So this is kind of like being starstruck, or kind of like being a fan. I guess it's kind of like being a fan. That's what initially comes to mind. Like you become a fanboy or a fangirl, and interesting. Yeah, I never thought about that. It's something that has been discussed lately. Right. A byproduct of live streaming and viewer relationship. Okay. So, yeah, it would be interesting to... because I guess that kind of relationship is sort of building up. You know, whether I'm kind of aware of it or not. Yeah. No, I'd never really come across that before. I mean, I've never really fixated on any celebrities or media. I know some of my friends have, and they'd be like talking about certain actors or celebrities, and I don't know, looking at following their lives, or whereas I I've never really thought about anyone like in a TV series or a movie or anywhere as particularly worthwhile in that way. I've never fixated on them in that way, but I know friends who have, and they'd be almost obsessed with them, or like you get these autograph hunters. But can that happen on Twitch? I mean, it feels a lot more like, especially within these small communities, I mean, it just feels like more of an even playing field. It's just me streaming, and there's people here that stream. It's not like, I'm some huge celebrity. It's just it's just some bloke playing a game. But it can still happen. So the streamer and viewer relationship can... But yeah, I think they're saying that viewers and streamers may believe they have a relationship outside of Twitch. It's like a fan, but imagine you're talking to your model figure on a daily basis as a fan, and hope to achieve more than what a traditional fan would expect. Oh, is it because you can have that kind of actual, like, say with I don't know, let's say years ago where you didn't have the interaction like with Twitter or YouTube, or so the media figure, whoever that is, a singer or an actor, is kind of far away. You fixate on them, become a fan, but they're always like far away, so you never really get to interact. Whereas here, you can come into chat, or you can tweet them. You can have actual real interaction in some way. Is that what you're getting at? But you hope to achieve that would expect like romantic interest, because back in the days fan wouldn't really interact, yes, whereas nowadays you can. Hello Hope, this is modern stuff, that only kind, and yes, it happens on Twitch a lot. Oh right. Oh gosh, I didn't even know. Well, thank you for pointing that out, Peeling Fins. Yeah, it's kind of new to me. Maybe because I've, never really been a fan as such of a... Yeah, I've never been a fan of a person as any kind of celebrity. I admired people, but I've never been a fan as such, or fixated on them in that way. It was just like, well, they've done some good work, and good on them, but there are several names that I could throw at you, but I won't. C. What happens on Twitch? Another streamer I watch is a singer. Ah, right. So they're already a celebrity, and then they're on Twitch. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I suppose I don't really watch those kind of streamers. It's just like these, you stay in this little pond. All these 2 years that I've spent being a streamer and being a viewer, I haven't really spent time in streams that have like thousands and thousands of viewers, which I guess is where it's happening. I don't know. But in a small community like this, would it still happen? Kind of, you know, because of the small community and like setup is just not, you know, I'm not going to think of myself as a celebrity and then somebody else with like, you know, a handful of viewers is probably not going to think of themselves as a celebrity as such. But are you saying that some of the viewers are going to look at that streamer and still fixate on them? Yeah, happens. Huh. Because those chicks pretend to have no boyfriend to get attention. Difficult concept to grasp and very new and involving thing. Okay. I suppose if I had, through my life, like I was saying, some of my friends were kind of quite fanboys or fangirls. So I saw them going through it, but I didn't quite understand it. And maybe I'd understand it better if I had been through that. I've never been a fan of anyone. You know, like I said, I've admired people, but just like then I moved on. Like I didn't home in on them. She was obsessed with him. Wouldn't leave him alone. Oh my god. You can look at this video between a big streamer and a psychologist. Okay. Interesting. You watch a streamer with more than 5k views every time and... yeah, see, I don't. Or I haven't. I mean, I might have, like, lurked for like 2 minutes, but the streams I watch will be like more like not 5k but 5. You know, and I'll be getting to know the person, they'll be getting to know me. So yeah, you don't think it would happen in a small community. Especially if you're mostly, yeah, it's like we're just enjoying the game and just, yeah, it's not, I don't think, not something to worry about. Good to be mindful, yeah, especially if it's a new thing and who knows. Who knows? Right, I'm going to pop to the loo and then I think we'll jump back into the game. Had a good old chat. Oh, we can keep chatting as well. That's also fine. I don't mind. Right, I'm just going to pop to the loo. Back in a moment. Put my coffee back in the fridge. Good. Put my coffee back. Another follow, Las Juices. Thanks for the follow. What's this shiny thing here? I don't know. Hi, I'm back. Let's get rid of that. I think with that many viewers, though, you'd kind of, I don't know, feel more of a, I don't know, I'd feel more of an obligation to run the stream a certain way. I don't know. Can't imagine what I'd do. You'd feel a bit more responsible, I think. But also, I think I'd probably just not care. Just like, there's 5 people or 5,000, I'd just still do the same thing. It's like, right, it's my stream, I do what I like. But I suppose with a smaller group of people, the profile, if you like, the profile of the person is going to be similar. Whereas if you've got a, like I was saying, let's say 50, that smallish number, so it's 5 is just such a tiny group. But let's say it's 50, it's a small group, and the profile of, you know, likes and dislikes, age ranges, whatever, however you measure that profile, I think they're going to be kind of quite similar. Whereas in a group of 5,000, then it's a bit like the range of the different kinds of people is going to be a lot bigger, because it will be much harder to find. It's easy to find a group of 50 people who are very, very similar. They like the same game, they like, you know, particular topics of conversation and so on. Whereas in a group of 5,000, the similarities between the people are going to be much lower. That's, I don't know, that's what comes to mind. As long as you have no boobs and do ASMR, you're not in danger. Oh, I've seen those microphones, ASMR. They have these weird lip things. ASMR. I don't understand that at all. I looked it up on Wikipedia. Didn't make any sense, but apparently it's like nervous, like the sound actually triggers kind of a physical reaction. But do like fake boobs. Oh yeah, well, didn't they get into a different category or something? All the hot tub streamers and whatnot. They used to always be on the front page, and you'd end up. I'd always end up lurking for like 5 minutes and go, why am I watching this? And then someone I followed would start up. Someone I could actually have a chat with. Right. Back to the game. Huh. Where's the game? Parasocial. Interesting. I need to click on that link, otherwise it will disappear in the chat. Where is it? Where's that link? YouTube. Right. Oh, it's Dr. K. All right. I have watched Dr. K. He hasn't been on that much lately, has he? Last year he was on quite a lot. I like Dr. K. Right, am I back? Am I visible? Right, yeah, okay. We're back in the game. 3, 2, 1, we're back in the game. Gamer cat. God, Claptrap scared me. Stop it. Right. Hello, Gamer cat. You're real. Thank you for saying hello. Been so many bots and oh, you got it. Oh, I was going to respec, wasn't I? For the next one. Right, hang on. Do it in a little bit.
Oh! Crazy Earl has more jobs he'd like that chump Bolt Hunter to do.
Wrong keyboard. Yeah, so many bots and trolls last few days. It's been a bit like... Sometimes I miss the real people that come and say hi or follow or come and chill for a bit.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines in there scaring needles?
No. Okay, so I've picked up some rubbish that I want to sell. Alright, like this one, but it's nice money. You have a Twitch notification? Yes. What? Tempo Jive, hello! Oh, okay. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Oh, where is it? Sorry, let me, boom. Lovely. Right. What do you want to do? Thank you for that. Right. What are we doing? We are playing this game. Try that. I think that's it. Lacerator. Ah, now the lacerator, that was... Right, let me step...
Right up.
The lacerator... I'm going to stash that. So there's a couple of things I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Moxie's, stash that, and then do Marcus's thing. Actually, let's just ignore all of this area. Yeah, let's go to Moxie, stash the lacerator. So I'm not sure I'm going to use it, but... Where's the Underdome? Let's stash it. Why did I keep this? Is this good? Oh, 250. Right. Oh no, now I feel like farming. Oh no. Right, where's the lacerator? There. I think that's it. Oh no. You know what's going to happen next. As I'm here... Dun, 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 it's vendor farming time! I cannot not farm. I cannot not farm. Oh my god. Look at that. Oh, it's 28 though. It's kind of nice. Oh my god, that's kind of fast as well. Oh god, it's quite hard to resist. It's not a bad hunter as well. 48. Oh, mine's got skill cooldown as well, though. Yeah. Alright. Do I want 28? And Winter Mute, hello to you. Thanks for the follow. Ooh, do I take this? I mean, 28 is not far away. Nah. I was watching Squeaky earlier and said, yay, vendor farming. And he said, I hate vendor farming. Right, so I'm going to... Right, now that I'm here, I'm going to farm this a little bit. Not even... Yeah. Let's see. See if I get anything good. Ooh, there's a masher. Aren't they good? A masher's good. Should I take the masher? Quite slow today, so can't complain. Nice. We're doing some data extraction. Sounds interesting. The queue is quite long and it takes time to complete. Right, people who know this game, tell me, should I take this? Masher. So I've got backpack. It's got a lot of masher, anyone? Should I take it? Should I take the masher? Don't know if 85%. Oh, recoil. Okay. Let's try for something like a purple. Oh, I didn't check in here, did I? Scavenger. Right, I haven't seen a gunslinger yet that has bullet regen, ammo regen, so I'm not going to grab the gunslinger until I see one of those. So, let's keep going. So I'm going to switch back to sniper build and then do Marcus's mission, and then that might be it for me. I don't know if I'll have time to progress the story missions or not. I don't know how long they are. I don't really care about SMGs. I don't want any of these. Ranger, no. Shield, new shield would be good, but it's going to be hard to beat that one. Hey, General Knox, hello to you. I haven't done that yet. I do plan to do the General Knox DLC at some point. How much of the actual game is left? I don't know.
And incredibly fast reload speeds. TDR makes an easy-to-use gun.
No.
If you need healing, step right up.
Firefly scavenger. No. Ooh, health boost as well. Yeah. I want something better than the one I've got. Or should I go to T-Bone? T-Bone's like minimum 31. I'm not going to get anything good there. Alright, let's just give this 5 minutes, otherwise...
Guns for professional mercs. They're heavy, accurate, and effective. Assuming you're strong enough to hold one.
There's 28 items here. No.
If you need healing, step right up.
Nope. Tactician. Assassin. This is all corrosion based. I got to try that at some point as well. Right, what else have we got? Yeah, let's just go 5 minutes. If I get something, I get something. If not, I'll just move on. And then I'll respec, do Marcus's mission. I can't remember where it was. Let's have a look at the fast travel. I think it was here, the underpass. Yeah, I think it was the underpass. Or outer yard? Can't remember, it's one of these. Anyway, easy enough. Just spawn in, see if... So I remember there was there was a turret, so I got a shock sniper, so that should do the job. I've just hit 27, so I don't want to be leveling to 28 just yet. You know, doing XP farming and stuff. Justice. Justice, thanks for the follow. So yeah, I just wanna... I've been using using revolvers a lot, so I just thought let's change it up a little bit and go sniper again for maybe one mission, or out for blood. Nah. Heavy gunner. Do do do.
Those guns absorb a lot of recoil,
Big rocket launcher. It's not a small rocket launcher, it's a big... Funny, there's like 25 and then there's 28. That's 22. 25 is good. Not a cheap rifle. What's a cheap rifle? I don't want a cheap rifle. Not going to improve on the class mods. I've got a really good one. I think I'll just respec here, because you can respec at any fast travel. So I'll do that. So.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speeds.
Oh, haven't I got one of these? Scoped. No, it's not that one. Oh, it's equipped. Ah, it's like a tiny bit better. Not really worth it. It's kind of the same. Yeah, if I was relying on launchers a bit, I might...
First aid kit.
So I think I'll do that with Brick. I'll focus more on launchers. See, the gunslinger hardly ever comes up, and when it does, it never has bullet regen. So I'm hanging out for that. Yeah. Okay. 2 more, and then we're out. Adieu, Lux. Adieu, Lux. Hello. Well, I'm glad I kept that. Sniper pistols. Sniper pistols. Ooh. What are sniper pistols? So pistols with a scope.
Only one gun shoot more lightning than the next leading competitor.
Ooh. That looks good. That does look good. Okay, scoped rifle, urban revolver. Let's see, liquid wrath. Oh, that's fire. This is my static. It's actually not bad. Blast sniper. No. Lilith SMG, Brick shotguns and launchers, Roland ARs. All weapons work for each class, but depending on skills and class mods, yeah. Should I bother with this one? It's like ×4 though. Let's just take it. Alright, so I wish you could see, you know, when you equip the class mod, I wish you could see, like, as you can in BL2, see them all coming up, like the additional thingies, additional points. So that's kind of a shame. Anyway, I'm going to spec out of here. So Bloodwing build has been fun, but let's just change it up. Just because. Right, so focus. Blast sniper. Is it this one? Lightning sniper. Let's go shock. Hello, Dave and Tuna! Hellfire will still be good for Mordecai, but more OP for Lilith. Right, yeah. Ah, it's a bit like in BL2, like the stink pot. The stink pot with Krieg skills make it like amazing, but no other no other Vault Hunter can make any good use of it. So. Oh, let's go a bit shock. Alright, so I need focus, caliber, carrion call. Focus, caliber, carrion call. Alright, focus I don't really care about. Let's do it. Focus, caliber. A go at this. Right. So definitely want this. So let's put 1 point in here. And then 4 in here. How much am I getting? So I need to put 1 point in here just to get focus. And then I'm getting caliber, which is the damage one. Yeah, so let's just put 4 here. so he can work down. And then what else have we got? Carrion Call, which is 3rd tier, and I've got 3 points, so I need to put at least 1 there. Don't really care about this, so Killer, otherwise I can't get these, so let's put 5 here. I need at least 1 point here. So now I've got 4 in here. I really wish it would have shown up like in Wizard Nipples. Hello to you. And yeah, thanks for the follow. I'm procrastinating. You want to work on your CV to apply for a job. I know that feeling. So now I've got 4 points here. So I'm getting Bloodwing cooldown. But yeah, I'm not going to get the health regen, but maybe I should come into here. This would go well with Sniper, but anyway. I'm going to go here to make sure I get this. Just woke up to an email and it's time to renew my dog's pet license. Oh, is that expensive? Is it a lot of oh no. Okay, so I've got 7 points left. This is ignore shields. Right, so this is a chance. I don't know if it's worth having, actually. I don't know if I actually noticed it doing anything. So 20% chance. I guess when it's maxed out, then it's like 100%. It's like any of the skills that are chance, you need to put like all your points in there. Like this one as well has a chance to fire. Otherwise, yeah, it just feels like a waste of points just to put 1 or 2. So if I'm going to spec into here, I really should just put all my points in there, but kind of wondering. No, it just made you sad. Ah, he passed away. Oh, it's a sad reminder. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh no. And you miss him. Oh. Gosh, it's, yeah. I know what that feels like. It's gosh, just thinking about it brings it back, actually. Fun is, people who don't have pets, they don't realize how intense it is. They'll kind of comment by saying, "Oh well, it's not like a real person," but the feeling can be even more intense. You know, I've had friends and relatives die that haven't been as intense as losing a pet. So, yeah, I get you. I get you. And nothing up there. Hello. Thanks for the follow. So what shall I do? Shall I spec into this? Because then it's like I'm committed. Let's just try it. I'm only going to find out by trying it. And then I'm thinking maybe I'll go crit damage. But I'm going to have a pistol as my backup. Oh my god, I never saw that flash thing before. So I got 2 points left. This is for crit damage. But I'm not going to rely on crits. I'm going to have this as my backup. Okay, let's do that. And I'm not sure where. Right, let's activate the mission. Yeah. Why does it keep doing that? Okay. No, this one. So this is story mission. I want to do this one. And can't remember where it is. It's either underpass or outer yard. So let's just go to either one. Is it this one? Yeah, this is the one. So, now I need to remember, I can't just... Well, I can still send Bloodwing out, but he's just not going to do the...
Greetings!